the wisest man himself show us how people come about. And there's only one way, you know?
Right.
Wisdom of Solomon. I myself also a mortal man, like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh in the time of 10 months, all right? Being compacted in blood of the seed of man. So when about genealogy, genealogy is the seed. It comes from the term gene.
That's right.
Sperma.
That's right.
That's
right.
You know? And he says, and the pleasure that came with sleep. Sex.
The pleasure
Sex.
that comes with sleep.
What do you think? What do you think? Hold on. Why do you think Jake loves sex too? Well, this guy, man. He's a
La 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 la
he never failed. Always true.
It doesn't fail, does it?
No, never. Always there. Why do you think us Hebrew Israelites, the men who love sex like that, why do you think that? Because that's how we bring seed about. That's how we, for the Most High, he's so about nation building that. He said, listen, I will make you enjoy it while you
multiply it.
While you might want to multiply, I will make you enjoy it. All right? So only through sex, people come about. And should I read more?
Yeah, read.
And when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature. All right? And the first voice which I uttered was crying. And you know why you're crying? Because it's hell on earth.
Yeah,
like Mob Deep said. It's hell on earth, man.
That's right.
Because the Bible clearly says in Proverbs 3 and 15, that the judgment takes place on earth.
That's right.
All right?
And you're thinking, boy, I'm back here again.
Yeah.
And for the brothers in the truth, if you look at the video, the Mob Deep video, Hell on Earth, you will see a surprise. It's really deep.
He showed me that. And the first voice which I uttered was crying, as all others do. Verse 4, I was nursed, that's why even when the boy don't cry, or they make sure that he utter a noise at least. Crying, man, what do you think? You think he came here, you think you're in paradise? You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be hell, man. Verse 4, and I was nursed in swaddling clothes, and that with care. Verse 5, for there is no king that had any other beginning of birth. So I don't know what you are on about.
That's right.
All right? You've been in the West for too long. That's what it is.
Right. The wisdom of the world.
That's right, the wisdom of it. That's what we're talking about. That's what we were talking about earlier in Corinthians. The foolishness that wisdom brings about. Because our people sound foolish as hell, man.
And then you have to think about it as well. If our child didn't have an earthly mother and father, how the hell can he understand what we go through? He's not like me. Like,
but you see that somewhere. You see
he does in
he was born. He's
not
made
like
an
unto
angel.
brethren.
Bring that
Yeah, he's made like unto brethren.
Yeah. Bring that out.
Hebrews 2, verse 16. For verily he took not on him the nature of angels, but he took on him the seed of Abraham.
That's right.
Wherefore in all things it behooved him to be made like unto his brethren. So which one of his brethren do you know never had a father? Was born of the Holy Spirit.
And also, you have to when you
says that he's the comforter son.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. That's right.
That's right. They didn't say, oh, stepfather. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they had a word about that. They don't read. But also, when they read, they don't have the, because it's one thing to read it, but it's the next thing to understand. A lot of people read the Bible, but I don't think they understand, man.
Because they don't fear Yahweh. The Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
He didn't say Bible, he didn't say adopted son.
No, he said the carpenter son.
And why else what he say, son of David? And I'm about to read something that proves when it's like, son of David. He say that for a reason. He say that for a reason.
Proverbs chapter 4 verse 7. Another one of my favorites. Wisdom is a principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Sure.
All right, let me read that one, yeah? Psalm 132, I'll start at 10, right? It says, for thy servant David said, turn not away the face of thy anointing. Verse 11. The Lord hath sworn in truth unto David, he will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body. So now, yeah, talk.
The fruit is the seed. That's sperma. That's the fruit.
That's sperma,
This is the
man.
fruit of thy body. Yeah, that's not going to come through your mother.
The womb represents the earth.
earth, exactly.
That's why when you in rap, they was the earth.
Mother Earth.
Like, no, when they say, I want to see my earth.
Yeah.
Girl.
Exactly.
All right? So that's the earth. You're the sea and she the earth.
That's
You're the sea and she the earth, man.
That's how simple our people are, man. They're seeking for wisdom, and it's right there in front of your
They
face,
don't
man.
understand it.
Yeah, so
The Lord hath sworn in truth unto David.
so that means the Most High is a liar, then. That's what you're saying.
And we all know when the Most High swear.
You don't lie, man. That's right.
Word never comes out way.
He will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body will I set upon thy throne.
That's right. So that means the Awashai has to come from the seed of David.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's not, man, woman.
So they say that prophecy is a lie. So now do you go by prophecy? The most I say in Isaiah 42, like he's
42 and 10.
no, I want to say something, and then you say, hey, I want to talk about the fact that the Most High, he write things. In 42, read it quickly. I don't like paraphrasing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 42 and 9. Behold, the former things are come to pass,
Behold, the former thing that come to pass,
and new things do I declare.
and you think do I declare,
Before they spring forth, I tell you
before
of them.
they spring forth, I tell you, yeah, and that's another one as well. 46.
Before you read
Okay,
that,
carry on.
before what he just said, before they bring forth, I tell you. Now this is going to go like this. You see that? The Most High tells you before it comes. Yeah, the Most High tells you before it comes to pass. Listen to this, Deuteronomy chapter 18 and verse 18, and it reads, I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren.
That's right.
It just tells you.
That's prophecy.
And what did the brother read? Solomon.
Yeah, that's
There's no other king that came about by
That came in differently. It all came through the fruit of the body of our Father.
That's right.
All right, so now read that.
that was just the point I was
All right.
making.
Yes, but that goes with the.
It's linked with what you were saying
Yeah.
that he came as not as an angel,
Yeah.
but as his brethren.
That's right, read that one too.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Now read the 40.
Says Isaiah 46 and 10, declaring the end from the beginning.
Declaring the end. So it's very important. Look, everything that goes down right now was written before, and this is how you check if something is real or not. If it was spoken about. Was it Yahweh spoke about in the Old Testament?
That's right.
Yes, it definitely was spoken about.
Definitely, no
All
question.
right. So the prophecy don't lie. Carry on.
Says declaring the end from the beginning, and from ancient times the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my
Come
pleasure.
on. So he wrote it from the beginning.
That's right.
That's how you know Yahweh is bad.
That's right.
He wrote it from the beginning, knowing that he will take place, it will manifest at the end. So he wrote the prophecy about Yahweh coming, about the fruit of thy body. He didn't say you will be born in a peculiar way. He said fruit of thy body, sex. So come on, man. But our brother, they don't understand this truth.
This is why this is wisdom that you can understand, isn't it? That you can trust it. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yeah, because and that's why when people tell me, oh, how do you know that this truth is real? Well, I have many ways. Either I go through history or prophecy. Sometimes I might even go through history, but I just want to see if they understand it or not. I say, do you see this happening? But it's in the Bible.
A lot of prophecy is history.
Yeah,
Absolutely, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
when it comes to
Go
pass,
hand in hand.
when it comes to pass, it's now history.
Yeah. And that's how you understand prophecy through history.
That's right.
Now, which book
It validates the
out of all of the books, whatever is around, the book of the game, the book of Tibet, or whatever, which book is prophetic? Which book is able to measure the time and declare the end from the beginning.
Never
It's
declare
good.
evil for evil.
Come on.
Anybody believe evil?
Yeah, let's carry on.
Hate and not be Jesus.
This is
All this show them which Jesus is.
this is
All this be kind to
2
them.
Timothy
All this be nice to them. All this be
verse 14. It says, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. And that knowing, and what we are continuing is this wisdom, right? The wisdom of this knowledge.
And also, the wisdom helps a lot because you know that as people we go off a lot. We go off, even when you in the truth, we go off a lot. I go off a lot, man. At least in my mind and other things, I go off a lot. When it comes to certain things, I go off a lot. Sometimes I have to restrain myself from being a hunter in certain domain of life.
Where the wisdom come in.
A hunter-gatherer, right?
Hunter, man.
Back on the
Wherever
straight
I
and
be,
narrow.
sometimes I like hunting. It's not good. You looking at me, you know why. You know what I'm saying? So we go off. But this wisdom will help you, man. Every time it's in your mind, it's like, yo, don't do it. Even when you do it, you have to drink.
By the way, that's
Which
the
one of
purpose
you
of
sin
fringes.
and don't regret it? Because I know that the people in the world, when they sin, they don't regret it.
Those that don't care. That's the one that
When I sin, I regret, man. All right?
That's why it says, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned. You know? That's you regret it, say, right, you know what, I shouldn't have done that now. Let me go back on
exactly.
track.
Let me try. So it's a constant battle.
Yeah. 2 Timothy 3:14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them.
There we go. Known of whom thou hast learned them. I just read to you Deuteronomy 18 and verse 18. And when you continue on in that verse, it tells you who you're going to learn them from. Yahweh Shai. That's who you're going to learn them from. Because the Most High will put His words in Yahweh Shai's mouth, and He will speak all His words,
That's right.
teaching His people. That's
And the scripture says that.
But this is Yahweh Shai, because lo he comes in the volume of the book.
And also, when you look into these books, there's few events, not even few, so many events that took place where you saw the Most High, how the Most High, bring victory in people's life, how people are able to conquer certain situations based on faith. So it never fails. Look, it's a tested book. Let me say, Bible tested. That book is Bible tested. When you put your mind into it, you can only be strong because the people who had faith in the Most High, the author of this book, the people who they never fell in the endeavor, whatever they were.
What marks them up? This is I'm going to finish that, but I want to jump in something else. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 10. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth that they might be saved. And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion that they shall believe a lie. That's the wisdom of the world.
That's how the Most High
delusion.
That's
right
right.
there.
You have to understand, sometimes the Most High, that's why a lot of people, you buck up against them because the Most High is telling you, no, I don't want you to get it.
But check it out. What's a strong delusion? We are not under the law, we are under grace.
That's one of the biggest.
That's the biggest. That's the biggest. God doesn't exist or whatever.
Oh, Yahweh loves everybody.
You know what I'm saying? But the reason why they do that,
Who wrote that book?
yeah, who wrote that? A man wrote it. A man. So I'm asking them, what book are you reading right now?
That man never read, right.
And I say, the book that you love so much, don't a man never wrote that? A man wrote it, but he trusted. A lot of these people that say, I want to go the way of money making, they're reading books, they're reading ways.
History books. People who study history
You know what
books
I'm
and have no problem with it.
And when it comes to the Bible scripture,
A man wrote
which is a history book as well,
Isn't it?
and a lot of these archaeologists,
They validated
How
it.
did
The Zondervan.
what's his name get to the Americans?
second Ezra. Columbus went to the king of Spain and said, yo, these people are dead. And I think that
There's a film with him in it where he actually mentioned.
I don't know if I'm going to do that exactly. And that's what I had in my mind when I was saying that. But don't you think that the people, the Sidonians, They used to go there, man. What do you think?
They did.
What do you think King Solomon got all of these things from? They used to go there. The guy like Hiram, that guy,
yeah.
Hiram. He was these people, and also, you know,
They were seafarers.
you know when you read the Bible, they say, and he's wiser than Daniel. Some argue that actually it was talking about the Sidonians, not about Esau, but that's another. There's twofold.
Yeah.
But these people were wise men. Look, they discover things on earth because they were seafarers. At that time, if you were a seafarer, you were bound to go all over the place. So they discovered America, and they used to go and pick up stuff there. So this is the route that was known. How do you know that? How do you think that the northern tribe was able, through Ephraim and Manasseh, they were able to bring the rest of the tribe on the other side? Because it was a known route. Alright? It was a known route. So all Esau had to do is go back to the back. So you can't tell me that this Bible is a man who just, yes, men wrote it, but they were inspired by the Most High.
I want to add one thing too to the scholarship. So according to Second Ezra, right? According to Second Ezra 2, it mentions that it took a year and a half.
No, Second Ezra 13.
Second Ezra is 13. Let's get correct. Yeah, let's validate. It's on the record.
13, 39 to 46.
Yeah. If Yahweh still the waters,
It's 13, man. I'm sure. Start with 39. And whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceful multitude unto him, there are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Uzziah the king, whom Salmanasar the king of Assyria led away captive, and he carried them over the water, so came there into another land. But they took this counsel among themselves, that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into the southern country where never mankind dwelt, that they might there keep the statute which they never kept in their own lands, and they entered into Euphrates by the narrow passage of the river. For the Most High then showed sign for them and held still the flood till they were passed over. For through that country there was a great way to go, namely a year and a half.
All right, that's it.
Yes. And the same region was called Asa.
Is that 13? What was that for?
Yeah, 13 to
Second Ezra is 13.
yes, start at 39 down to
Just to let you know, that was Second Ezra chapter 39. 13, so lucky. Second Ezra is 13.
13 verses 39 to
it's 45, yeah.
39 to 45, right?
But you can read the whole thing.
For clarification, but the point,
Check it themselves.
but the point I wanted to make was it took a year and a half. Now, believe it or not, when
But before you go, if I can find out what I find it, it's in First Kings, right? I don't know if it's 6 or whatever, 10. He showed us all the same place, but they used to go to get peacocks and all those things. And in 3 years. Why did it 3 years? Because it needs
a year and a half,
That's right. So it's out there, man. It's all there to prove, man. Yeah, carry on.
right, so what I wanted to say was, when Christopher Columbus allegedly discovered the New World, allegedly, around that same time, the Portuguese discovered, allegedly, Goa, which is an island off of India. And guess what? It took them a year and a half to get there too. Because when you say a year and a half, it sounds like a fantastical number, but it actually took a year and a half, because what they did, they stopped off on different ports and got supplies and stuff like that.
And that's where, as the brother, that's where they have that thing, the West Indies, because he was sailing to India and travelled a route and, west, and then they call that place the West Indies. That's what that means.
Exactly. Yeah, basically what it was, in India, or Indian was a term used to describe a savage. So they describe the Indians as savages, and they describe our people as savages. So that's why they put that label on it.
Just to read what I'm saying, this is 1 Kings chapter 10, verse 22.
That's just to prove the second
Timeline.
Timeline.
and second Ezra.
So all this is dealing with the timeline.
This is 1 Kings 10:22. For the king had at sea a navy of Tarshish with the navy of Hiram. Once in 3 years came the navy of Tarshish, bringing gold and silver, ivory and apes and peacocks.
See?
I just want to add, Tarshish means Spain.
That's just what I'm going to say.
That's so we need to edify.
Yeah.
When we say these words, people don't connect them with real people.
And when I say Spain, because our
Real
people,
place like
the
today, modern day.
Sidonians, the Canaries and the Sidonians, they had base in Spain.
They did.
Alright?
I mean,
They had base in Spain. That's why I say the sheep of so Solomon knew about all those places.
That's right.
And that's why a lot of people went to Spain after 7 AD. Those who had money, they rich in Israel, in Jerusalem, they fled into Spain.
that's right.
Alright? So
Ones that
it's
had
all
money.
linked. So that one, that's what it it lets you know that Solomon knew about America. Solomon knew about America. And he sent the Sidonians, which were like our servants. We used to pay them and they would go and bring the best of things. Because Solomon, he was a man, he was swaggerific. Solomon was serious when he came to wisdom and swag. That's why he had something. If you got swag and wisdom, and you're gonna have all the women. I don't have any, but I'm just saying.
Just one or two here.
Just one or two here. Yeah, let's carry it. You gotta have fun with this.
Alright, let me finish up that precept now.
When you're talking to people, you also tell them not to wear their masks. You don't give them masks. Especially those that say they believe in some higher being.
Yeah, you don't need it if you need it.
And it's okay.
That's a good
If
point.
you believe in a higher power, why would you need mask for?
Exactly.
It don't make sense.
And it's like everybody wants to go to heaven, but no one wants to die. So
Yes,
That's
let's
right.
go to the moon
That's
then.
right.
That's right.
That's the
why are you
spirit.
protecting yourself?
That's the
Let's go to the moon then.
You should be glad you
But when
don't.
they pray every day say, I want to meet my father. Well, that's not what you do to the moon. Let's go to the moon then. Let's go.
Absent from the body, present with Christ.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go then. So why wear a mask then?
Why? For what? Suddenly it's no longer Matthew, Mark, Luke and John. It's Matthew, Mark, Luke and John.
See that?
That's
The
right.
sister had gained.
That's right.
And you know what I've noticed is that most of them, they're so busy being afraid of something they cannot see, some invisible virus, that they don't see what's in front of them, which is the truth.
But you know what it is? It goes back into what we was talking about. The wisdom of this world is foolishness
That's right.
compared to the wisdom of the Most High.
Exactly. So yeah, well,
Alright, sis. Let me finish this off. This is I'll start again. 2 Timothy 3, verse 14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them, and that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise
That's right.
unto salvation through the faith which is in
All the scriptures will make you wise.
That's right.
And it ends you up. It ends you up.
Make it wise and simple, man.
You know what I'm saying? Give you more spiritual swagger. That's what it
I'm
does.
still holding this
When
Proverbs.
we've done it.
Oh, go on,
Read that one.
yeah.
Yeah, real quick. Yeah. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verses 21 or 22.
Oh, that's coming.
Oh, so just hold it? Or
No, read it.
All right. Start from 20, 21 or 22? 22. How long, ye simple
No, 20,
ones?
slap you.
Right. Wisdom crieth without. She uttereth her voice in the street.
That's what we're doing. We're out here bringing out wisdom to our people. Our people don't want this wisdom to says, the knowledge of the cross of them that perish is foolishness.
That's right. She crieth in the chief place of concourse.
That's the chief place. That's the chief place. Brixton.
Brixton, Electric Avenue.
That's why it's going to get it so hard in that day. When the Most High comes to flipping judge this place, it's like Brixton is going to this is going to be like a mini America. Like the amount of profits that's been through Brixton. It's
He
amazing.
said that's why the Most High will leak.
Right.
The Most High will leak Brixton. The Most High will leak Brixton because too many prophets came to the
Too
truth.
many, man.
Too many people.
In the openings of the
Anything
gates,
would come out of Brixton.
in the openings of the gates, in the city, she uttereth her words, saying,
How long you fools?
How long ye simple ones?
How long you fools?
How long you idiot?
How long ye
And they say,
simple ones?
Yeah, fool.
How long ye simple ones?
How long you fool?
Will you? How long ye moo? How long ye simple ones? Will you love simplicity? And the scorners
Jackasses.
delight in their scorning,
That's right.
jackassness, and fools hate knowledge.
They don't like knowledge at all.
That's true. You cannot teach a fool anything. That's basically what
You
that is.
try and teach a fool and see where it gets you.
But what is scripture?
That's Proverbs
Yeah,
26. But then, Proverbs 26, I believe, you got 4 and 5, depends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you got
wisdom.
you gotta buck up
That's
against
where you
them.
need the wisdom.
Yeah, you need the wisdom.
Proverbs 26. Yeah, 4 and 5. It says, answer not a fool according to his folly, lest thou also be like unto. And this is why the Bible's nice enough, because the next verse seems like it's contradicting itself. But you need to have wisdom.
That's
wisdom.
It shows you have understanding.
That's right.
That's what it is.
Says-
Sometimes you have to leave it like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you put them in a place.
That's right.
Depending on how the situation presents itself.
Then it says, answer a fool according to his folly, lest he be wise in his own conceit.
Right, can I just add something? What this is actually illustrated is how balanced the Most High is. How balanced he is. So he shows you on one side how to deal with a fool, and on the other side how to deal with a fool.
That's right.
That's right.